So this is us on the third adventure of 2021. We're doing about 300 kilometres through the Cairngorms, starting in the southwest in Straloch near Kirkmichael, heading north up to Tomintoul and then east, finishing at Edzell. We've been so lucky today because the clouds have burnt off the tops. When we first arrived in the glen you couldn't see the top of the hills, but it's absolutely magnificent in the sunshine. You get the full view. That's a good lad. Steady because it's deep. Steady. Steady. Whee, up we get. Good girl, Swifty. Good girl. Steady on. Take your time because you'll trip. Easy. Steady, steady. So this is us on day 2, working our way through Glen Tilt. We stayed at Old Blair last night. We're going to stay at Bynet Lodge, which is an old ruin, later on today. The horses are a little bit unsettled with the gunshots. It was really noisy back there. Not so bad now, but it's still quite loud. We had a river to contend with, crossing a little bridge over a waterfall, the truck behind us, and the gunshots, which were deafening. And both horses have coped really, really well. A little bit on edge, but doing so well. So proud of them. This is us heading into the real narrow bit of Glen Tilt, and it's a beautiful little V-shaped valley. Real stunning part of Scotland. Steady, steady. Good girl, Swift. That way. Good boy. This is the tricky parts. So this is us on day 3. We camped at Bynet Lodge last night. It was a lovely camp spot, but very, very midgy. The poor horses have been moving around their corral all night, trying to get away from them, and that was the most hellish pack up to go I've ever had. You know it's bad when I get a midgy net out because I can't see through them and I hate them, but I had a midgy net on this morning. That was rough. So the horses just could not wait to get going this morning, and me neither. And that's us on the way up to Curragh Bothy and back down to Derry Lodge. Steady Yogi, good lad. Very beautiful. Good lad. And walk. Do not decide where to put your feet. You alright? You a good girl? Good boy, Yogi. Some boggy sections to get over. Some very thin trails. quite rocky in places too, very undulating. So in horse trail riding terms, there aren't any gradings for how difficult the trail is. I'll go back to the only other one I know, which is kayaking, whitewater kayaking, and I'd say that this trail has been a fairly consistent 4 plus, with the odd grade 5 thrown in. But look at the view. The idyllic stop at the bothy that I thought we might have at lunchtime was ruined by midges. We had a stop, at least. The horses got some grass. Go to the right maybe. Ah, we'll just jump it. Good girl, Swift. Good lad. We're heading through to Rivo and Bothy, up the beautiful Glenderry. Did that earlier this year in June, linking 2 trails together, and doing again now because I think it's a fantastic glen. And you may have noticed that I've got a change of ears this morning. Decided to ride Big Swifty and make Yogi Pack. You can maybe see why I don't mind doing this glen twice in a year. It's just absolutely stunning. So peaceful, not a breath of wind. So quiet. Apart from the sounds of the horses' hooves. Just made it to the top of Glenderry. I'm going to traverse down past those locks and across Pynock Moor down into Glenmore. Steady, sweets. Good girl. First bit done. Good girl. That's a girl. Well done. So this is the Pynock Moor. Miles and miles of nothingness. Stretch a very long way. I can't imagine it's a very pleasant crossing in bad weather. But this is the 3rd time I've done this now, and I've always been blessed with dryness. The odd patch of blue sky. Just a stunning place to be. Good girl. Good boy. Sometimes the rain just hits you at the wrong moment. We're about 15-20 minutes from camp and it's coming down quite heavy. Hopefully it'll stop by the time we get there. This is us leaving Rivo and Bothy, heading for Tom and Towel. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Don't normally leave this early but I've only had about an hour's sleep because it was so midgy. Swift wouldn't stay in the corral. She seems to have worked out that my electric unit isn't working and is just pushing through the wire. So I had to sit up all night and keep an eye on her, and every time she went towards wire I had to pull her back into the corral. Anyway, we're on our way, slowly, sleepily. I did get to see some beautiful stars last night and a lovely sunrise, very misty, atmospheric. It's a bit deep on that far side. It's a ferry glide. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Well done. Good girl. I don't think this trail is used very much. Look at the fantastic view from it. Absolutely incredible. So that cleft in the hillside there is where we're heading for. It's supposed to be a very nice pass. Haven't seen anybody all morning, and I don't think I'll see anybody up here. Sometimes you feel like you're the only person in the world. Riding the wrong horse, too many low branches. I'd have been better on the small one. I do love exploring. What a great wee passage through the hills. Bit of that trail that we've just come along is not on the map. But there's a certain band of horse riders know all about this trail. It's brilliant. Still got low branches though. This is what I love about trail riding. Just finding a little gem like this makes me smile. It's probably been used for hundreds of years. Oh, and it just goes on and on. Incredible. So this is day 6. We're riding from Tom in Towel. Was that going to be down to Invercold, but I'm going to divert off to Cairngorms Lodge due to Swift's adventures the other night. I know there's a field there, so I'm cheekily going to set up my corral within that field and see whether the electrics are definitely working and that she stays in there, and then it means I can get a good night's sleep regardless, because she'll only get out into the bigger field if that's the case. So that's the plan for today. It was supposed to be moderate breeze with sunny spells today, according to the weather forecast. It's been quite a strong breeze and I've only seen one sunny spell so far. It's a tad windy. BBC weather, this is not a moderate breeze. Day 7, I think, losing track. Just leaving Cairngorms Lodge. Delighted to report that the electrics are working on the corral and Swift stayed in the corral inside the field. Last night I had a good night's sleep knowing that if she did escape she was in another field. We're going to head up over this hill to the left here, drop down into Invercold and then head round to the Geldershire Bothy for the night. Following this heather trail up over the hills over there, just really hoping that we don't get caught out by a heavy shower while we're up here. That'll be very pleasant. Fantastic views. o'clock. We've been going since 10:30. Horses had a lie-in this morning. Still haven't seen a soul all day. This is incredibly beautiful. Not a very well used trail. Got 4k's of this. I hope it runs all the way. Otherwise it's a long way round and a late finish today. We'll see how it goes. I'm kind of committed to it now, so we'll see if it lasts the distance. Well, the trail did keep going. We're about almost 2k's to go. It was fine, and it's brought us to this beautiful place, apart from one river crossing where it said footbridge. There was no footbridge. It was quite a drop down to the river and a deep climb out the other side. We nearly came a cropper, but we survived. Don't tell my mum. So this is us on day 8. We spent last night at the Cairngorms bothy. My first bothy night this year. Every time I've stayed near a bothy I've camped, so it was nice to stay inside. Dave came to meet me with the dogs, brought me some extra whiskey. Today we are heading from the Cairngorms bothy just round to Loch Mick, but I'm going to add in some extra trails like this one up to the Prince Albert's Cairn, just to make a longer day, and we're camping at Loch Mick tonight. And here was me worrying I might not be able to find this in the woods. It's much bigger than I thought. Awesome. Loch Nagar looking fantastic today. This is us approaching Glassholt Shield at the side of Loch Mick. What an amazing feel these woods have. Really pleasant. So I believe the building at the back is a bothy. I've often thought about staying here with the horses, but it seems the royals keep their grass very short. It'd be slim pickings there, Yogi. And the prize for the worst midgy morning goes to the Spittal of Glen Mick. We'll camp just over there somewhere, and absolute torch this morning. Anyway, we're on our way early as a result, 10 to 9. We are heading all the way up to the top of Glen Tanner near a Boyne today, so we've got about 22 miles to do. It's our longest day of the trek. Good lad. So this is us climbing Anmulach, I think is how you pronounce it. It takes us up to about 700 metres. Yogi's taking it steady for once. Quite unlike him. Oh, spoke too soon. The views behind me are pretty awesome. This little excursion today has ticked off I wonder off my list as to whether you can get out of the Shield of Glen Tanner over across into Loch Mick this way. Connecting that track up there on the hill with this one here that we're doing just now. It wasn't like this the whole way. It's a little bit of heather bashing and a single deer track through the heather. But we're now on the wider track of Glen Tanner, and they connect. So this is us leaving Bridge of S at the top of Glen Tanner. Lovely little campsite that is kind of an unofficial one in Glen Tanner. Lots of lovely grass for the horses, there's a bit of a breeze, and we're no midgies. There's bliss. Horses are well rested, very keen this morning, which is good. You see, Yogi's just following the trail, as he does. We are off to Glen S today, so I'm going to do the fir mouth and then nip on to the fungal at the end. About 16 miles, I think, to Glen S. This is really pleasant. Sometimes it's nice to be on a non-complicated trail after some of the harder stuff we've done. Just chilling out, letting the horses go at the pace they want to go at. And yeah, it's just really pleasant in here in these woodlands. Again, nobody else here. This is us on the top of Gannock, a hill that lies between Glen Tanner and Glen Esk. It's about 730 metres. The views are just stunning today. So blessed with the weather. Beautiful place for a lunch stop. Nearly down into Glen Esk now. Horses are happy munching. So this is day 11, our last day on the trail. We are just leaving Glen Mark, heading down through Glen Esk to Edsall. Take a fairly short route, but still avoiding the road because we're all very tired. Yogi in particular, which is why I'm back on Swift. And Yogi's back. It's looking very shiny, very healthy. That's us now looking over Aberdeenshire and the sea.